Yo. All right, testing this out. Maddknicks here, man. We gonna give a little bit of a recap of this season, um, and looking forward to the playoffs, of course. This is my first live, so bear with me here, man. We trying this out for the first time, man. I have my camera set up, but I'm currently at work, so I ain't wanna really go too crazy, but let's just see how this fares, man. But So this season, man, a mixed bag, man. I mean, on in large part, I mean, to be honest with you, like it's marginally better, if you will. Um, by the metrics, it's kind of just like literally marginally. I mean, like this season compared to last season, we ranked fourth in offense, seventh on defense last year. This year, same thing. Um, Net rating, fifth overall, eighth last year. Again, as I said, marginally. Uh, 2 game increase in the win column. I believe we lost two more too, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's either be one, two more. I think we lost two less, maybe. But regardless, marginal. Um, 26 and threes attempted last year per 100 possessions. We ranked ninth. Um, this year we ranked ninth. Sorry. Right? If I'm not mistaken, I believe we ranked 26 attempted last year. This year we ranked ninth. So you look at the numbers, you're like, oh my God, that's a big jump. It's only about 4 points more than what it was. It's not really much. I mean, it's cool, but not really that big of a deal. So most of the metrics, man, pretty much is the same. But I think we're a different team as opposed to a better team. We're just different. We play different, um, for the most part, especially offensively. But to answer that question, you can't answer it. We're just different. I think we're kind of better, especially now. The way that we're playing right now, we're better. But we're definitely a different team. So player-by-player analysis. I went through the stats already before in prior videos. Just going to give you the eye test analysis. Jalen Brunson, looking at his stats, his points per game is pretty much around the same. His field goal percentage is pretty much the same, which is surprising to me. I thought he struggled. At least probably really, I would say after All-Star break, I thought his field goal percentage would be lower, but maybe his start to the year was just so good that he couldn't really do no wrong. So I still have Jalen Brunson up. Is he better than last year? It's hard to say because he had the MVP votes. Fifth in MVP overall voting last year. This year, he probably might crack the top 10, maybe. But I think he's better somewhat because the assist is not up, but as far as the eye test, the assist is up. Mikal Bridges, not really a good year. Has been playing good as of late, but overall this year, not a good year. So, OG, same thing, pretty good year, but inconsistencies. Defense remains the same, but nevertheless inconsistent. So, I don't know about that. Josh Hart, looked at the stats, pretty decent year. Same thing. Just, I say neutral. Can't say up, can't say down, neutral. Cat, I have him up personally for the eye test. The stats say otherwise. It's relatively the same as last year, but I like the way Cat has been playing. I mean, after that start, it was kind of not so good. The Knicks team was figuring it out. Mike Brown mentioned it, him changing the system a couple times. So, still okay, but, you know, uh, not really great. As of late, a lot better. He's getting a lot more involved. So I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I think overall, Cat had an okay year. Mitch, you know, pretty much the same, man. This year, he missed a lot of games last year. This year, he did miss games, but mainly it was the night of a back-to-back. But I have Mitch as a good year. I don't have his stats in front of me. I do, but I mean, Come on, I don't want to bore people with stats, but just a decent year, man. A decent year. Just off the eye test, Mitch had a decent year, man. Shamit, not so much. He got hurt earlier in that Orlando game. He was out for a little while. Came back, started shooting a little decent, then got an ankle injury. Has been struggling since then. Overall, the year, not really a great year from Shamit. Hopefully, a really good playoffs, but not so much a good year. Jose Alvarado, we got in the trade. Jose Alvarado, I'm kind of like not high on Jose, man. He probably not going to be a ninth man rotation, but if they have to stick 10 men in, he'll probably get in there, get some minutes in, man. But not really that crazy over Jose Alvarado. Not that really encouraged with Jose. Mo Diawara, okay, yeah. You're not going to really get much from him. You get what you get. He's a rookie. He's still new. He's still learning. Huck Porty, not a down year for me for Huck Porty, especially from the expectations from last year, what we all assumed he was going to be. Not really a good year from Huck Porty, man. Tyler Kolek, he fell out of the rotation. He was in the rotation early before that Cup game. Once we got Jose Alvarado, not so much in the rotation no more. I think Tyler got to work on some things, man. He got to work on some things. That jump shot, I said it in a couple videos ago, it is becoming automatic, but he got to work on that. The defense, maybe his first step will always be what it is, and he can't really blow by his man. And he has to get the Jalen Brunson, go to the Jalen Brunson School of Arts and learn how to use his shoulder and play off 2 feet. Maybe, you know what I mean? But he has to work on those things. I think next year we might get a really good Tyler Kolek. I think it's gonna be next year, man, because he was an older rookie, but he might need a couple years, man, and we're gonna need it because we ain't gonna have much money to get anybody else, especially not at that position. We're gonna be paying Jalen Brunson. He's up for extension in a year or two. So, JC, overall okay year. He kind of rounded out really well. Early on, I was kind of not really feeling him. The defense wasn't there, taking silly shots. As of late, within the past month or two, he's been stepping up defense. The jump shot is still not there, but he's uncanny with driving and the flow of the game, and so I like what I see from JC. So overall, I would say an okay year. Shohan came at half of the year. Not really much to talk about. Don't play much. Pacome Dadier don't play that much. McCullough Jr. don't play that much. And Deuce got hurt for a good amount of time, man. So, and he's now coming back into form. Before he got hurt, he was wilding. So, we'll see about that, man. And that's pretty much it, man. Coaching philosophy and analysis, man. Look, with 32 in pace last year, we're pretty much still low this year in pace. I mean, I know that was the promise. I spoke about it on the Twitter Spaces. The promise was, well, we was gonna pick up the pace. I think he overestimated the roster, and I think he was gonna somehow turn us into Golden State. And that's just not this roster, man. I mean, we just wanna execute in a half court so bad. We don't got those gazelles on our team who wants to sprint all day, except for Mikal Bridges. But that's not what we have, man. So I don't think that was ever gonna happen, man. And I think I applaud him for adjusting to that, realizing that, and going, all right, how can we make the best of what we have? And we've been doing that lately, you know what I mean, for a large part of the year, except for that 2-9 stretch. But outside of that, we adjusted to it. Even though we still do need to run. We run somewhat. So, first round playoff matchup, man. We're playing against Atlanta. Again, I'm going off the eye test. I'm not going to really go too much off of stats. I'll probably do that later video on the stats. This is just a test run right here. Atlanta, look, I get it. They do pose somewhat of a threat as far as the length is concerned. You know what I mean? They're a tall team, 1 through 4, but they're not as tall as we are when we have Mitch out there, when we have Cat out there on the boards. You know what I mean? Their center, I forget his name. He wants to shoot threes, man. He doesn't want to get mixy and dirty down there, but you know? So maybe we could dominate there, but I think my key, man, I, to pick a player who's gonna be a key to this game is very weird to me because there's so many players who needs to contribute. We need something from Mikal. We need something from OG. They're gonna have Dyson Daniels on Jalen, and I think Jalen will be able to get his. But if he's not, we need support, and we have a team full of depth, especially our whole non-rotation. Those four guys coming off the bench, Deuce, JC, Shamit, all can score. They really only have really a Kaminga who can score off the bench. They don't really have much of a bench. So, we gotta really like lean into that, I think, man. Especially if Jalen is not having it because Dyson Daniels is, you know, he's a tough guy to go against, man. You know what I mean? Or if Cat is not getting his, or if Cat gets in foul trouble, we need everybody else to step up. I think my key players to the game is everybody else stepping up outside of Cat and Jalen. Because those is our main two guys that'll get it off. And if they're not, which can happen, we gotta really key in, man. I need something from Deuce. I need something from Shamit. OG and Mikal gotta do something. Josh needs to make in his open three. But they do pose a problem, man. I really hate giving predictions. I really do. It's just not my style. I know people are saying Knicks in 6. I'm hearing some people saying 5. I'm sorry. I'm hearing some saying in 5. Some of my friends are saying they ain't gonna get a game. Hey, I really don't get a feel for it until I watch the game, until I watch the first quarter. To be honest with you, like the first game really is gonna tell me what this season is gonna be like. But Knicks in 6 is the safest bet. I'm hoping we could get it done earlier than that, man. Even though I think this team poses problem to us, Jalen Johnson is a really good player. Dyson Daniels can't shoot. That's not the problem with them, man. We know we're playing 5-on-4, man. Josh has been hitting the shot. Dyson Daniels has been struggling. As you can see, they put Cat on Dyson Daniels starting off the games, really most of the game, and it's smart to do that because he can't shoot. So Cat don't gotta play the 3-point line. Cat could just play he could just play the paint. Sorry. So we'll see, man. I think it's gonna be a goodie. I'm hoping it's not a goodie, and I'm hoping it's just boringly we just beat them. I'm really hoping that's the case. The way we've been playing lately, we've been playing unstoppable basketball, and if we could continue that, we'll be all right, man. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I could keep going in depth, but I'm pretty much at a stall for time. But Maddknicks here, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my Maddknicks short channel. Follow me on @KMalls_ on Twitter, man. This is the first test run, so we're gonna see how this goes. This looked good. And we'll be trying to do more of this, man. I usually use my camera, but I really can't right now. I'm at work right now. But that's pretty much it, man. Go Knicks, man. I hopefully I could get one more video in before Saturday's game. We'll see. If not, I'll definitely, of course, doing Saturday's recap. And go Knicks, man. I hope I'm not the only one, man. My anxiety, when the playoffs come around, my anxiety just goes up because it's like, we Knicks fans, we're very invested in all of this, man. But I think we're going to be all right for the first round, for sure. And I think for the second round as well. I think if we play our A game, we'll be all right for this whole thing. But, hey, that's contingent on the players, man. So, Maddknicks here, man. Gonna keep talking y'all to death, man. We up out of here, man. Peace.